The more you think about the 2023 NFL draft, the higher it grows on you. I know some people were really shocked and still dealing with the Jahmyr Gibbs pick at 12 and the fact that we traded away DeAndre Swift. And just like anything else, you step back, you give it some time to marinate, and it starts to sit a lot better with you. And that goes into undrafted free agency as well. As we take a look at a lot of these undrafted players, you think about it, there were only 259 players drafted in the National Football League draft. And it's so many players. Some of those players won't even be on the team, and some of these players will, the undrafted free agents. So this is very enticing diving into this. And we picked up another wide receiver. We drafted one in the 7th round. And I want to say we picked up at least 2 in undrafted free agency. And with that being said, we are going to go pedal to the metal. We have 6 left. The reason I said this was going to be a series is I wanted to commit to getting these out. So that's how this is going to be. I'm not going to get distracted. We are going to get through this series, wrap it up. Then we'll do a 5 that could potentially make the team. And then we will move on to the next bit of information. So without further ado, let's get this thing going about Keytaon Thompson. He has an A in his name, but it's very weird because I would say that is Keytaon, but I guess it's Keytaon is, from what I understand, the pronunciation is. Now, he's also very slow when it comes to his 40 time. He has the exact same 40 time, I believe, as the safety that we just did at 4.66 for his 40-yard dash. But let's take a look at what NFL Draft Buzz has to say, his strengths and weaknesses. You know how we do. Thompson has quick feet and good body control, allowing him to gear down and quickly get in and out of cuts. His hands are good, and he's a creative runner after the catch with the elusiveness to slip tackles in space. He fights his way off the line of scrimmage against press coverage, showing quick, violent hands and good balance. He transitions quickly from receiver to runner, and Thompson has enough speed to threaten the seam. Hands and ball skills are good but inconsistent. Thompson would fit best in the NFL with a team that already has speed at wideout and is looking for an underneath possession receiver and strong blocker. A versatile weapon proven to be effective inside the slot and outside on the perimeter. Makes plays at all levels of the field. So this would be kind of great if Jameson Williams was still in the mix, but we'll miss him for 6 games. Now his weaknesses. Does not always use hands to secure deep throws, allowing the ball into his pads and chest. That was the issue with Antoine as well. Does not explode off the line of scrimmage and runs with long strides. Whilst Thompson is at his best running downfield, he lacks the elite top-end speed or acceleration to be a field stretcher. And last, he'll be coming to the NFL from a wide-open spread offense in which he ran a limited route tree. So, again, these guys are projects. These guys have some type of deficiency, usually is route running. And like I said, with Antoine, one of Antoine's problems is catching it with his body and not his hands. You would think that these guys are taught that very early on. Maybe they just lack the fundamentals to make those, to remember to do those things. But this is intriguing, man. I'm telling you, all of these free agents, it looks like something is good with them and they could be an asset to the team. Now, we discussed yesterday who Antoine was going to be going up against, who Chase was going to be going up against, and now we have this guy as well, Keytaon Thompson, he's going to be going up against. So I really see now that Tom Kennedy, as reliable as he's been, I don't think these guys, he might not even make the roster. If these guys come out and ball, if we, again, look at our wide receiver room for the Detroit Lions thus far, and I don't think any of these guys are even added at this point, but if we start with Maurice Alexander, the USFL guy, I don't think he makes it, but he was more of a special teams guy. Trinity Benson, the guy we just cannot get rid of Trinity. Trinity might be a situation that he gets cut and then cuts by another team. Somebody's hurt on our team, and then we bring this guy back. Stanley, I think is the writing's on the wall for him. Antoine, our 7th-round pick. Marvin Jones Jr., Khalif Raymond, Josh Reynolds, St. Brown, Jamison Williams. So again, Jamison, St. Brown, Reynolds, Raymond, Marvin Jones. That's 5 spots. All of these guys are going to be fighting for the 6th spot, which now is owned by Tom Kennedy. And then, so you're talking about a 7 or 8 receiver battle for 1 spot. So this guy, just like Cota and just like even Kennedy to this point, is going to have to make a name for himself on special teams. But even then, as we saw on Hard Knocks, it's going to be some tough decisions that need to be made for the Detroit Lions. So let me know your thoughts. Now, he does have some height to him, though. I forgot to read off his height. He has some height to him. He is 6'5", 213. So that is something that could be used to his advantage. He has over, I want to say, any other receiver that we have on the field. So if he can use that height, start catching the balls with his hands and not his body, we might be able to keep this guy. You never know. He might make an impact and be on the practice squad. I think the team is going to look a lot different this year, but let me know your thoughts on the comments below. How likely do you think it is that he makes the team or even the practice squad? It's going to be a lot of tough decisions that need to be made this year, but you guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. We're going to finish this series, so no other videos besides Undrafted. We're getting this out the way. We're going to wrap this up so we can move on with our Detroit Lions. I got a ton of videos planned that are not part of this series, but I want to get this out the way. And as always, go Lions.